Hi, this is Don Bendel with another daily story. Um, I've been asked before why I frequently wear these shirts, these shirts that commemorate the Brotherhood of the U.S. Army Special Forces. It's simple. After 9/11, I started wearing shirts and hats like that just to honor those men. I was a Green Beret in Vietnam. Two of my sons, currently are Green Berets. And so I just felt like it would be a cool thing to do. And so I was on a flight some time back before we were all in lockdown. And I was really sleepy. And I was against the outside of the aircraft and the window seat. And the guy that came in the middle seat was an attorney, very well dressed man, but he wouldn't shut his mouth. And I kept trying to sleep, and he kept waking me up and trying to, make small talk and so on. And he said, "Hey, I see on your shirt you were a Green Beret." And I said, "Yes, I was." And he said, "Oh, thank you for your service." And I said, "Well, thank you, sir. Are you a veteran?" And he said, "Yes." He said, "I was in the AG Corps in the Army." And I said, "Oh, you were an attorney in the Army?" And he said, "Yes." And he said, "And I'm a civilian attorney now." He said, "I graduated with honors from Harvard Law." And I said, "Well, wow, that's really impressive. I thank you very much for your service, and that's really neat." And I said, "I'm going to take my nap now." And I tried to go back to sleep. He woke me up again, and he says, "Look," he said, "to pass the time, we have a long flight back east. So to pass the time, let's do a game. I'll ask you a question, and if I can stump you, I'll pay you $5. And you ask me a question, and if you can stump me, I pay you $5." And I said, "No, thanks." So he kept this up, and it was really bothering his ego. And he finally said, "I'll tell you what." He said, "I'll tell you how confident I feel." He said, "Let's play the game, and if you can stump me with a question, I'll pay you $500. And if you can stump me, you pay me $5." So I said, "No." I said, 1,000. He thought for a minute and he said, "All right, you're on $1,000. Nobody ever stumps me with questions. If I don't know things, I know how to get the answers quickly." So he said, "I'll go first." And I said, "Fire away." So he said, "Tell me the exact distance to the moon and back in miles." And I thought, I just racked my brain. I couldn't think of it. And I said, "I give up." And I reached in my pocket and I pulled out $5 and handed it to him. So he said, "Okay, it's your turn." And I said, "Okay, what goes up a mountain on four legs and comes down on six legs?" And he thought and thought and thought. And then I saw him pull out his smartphone and he tried to look it up. And then I actually saw him texting somebody, and I knew he was trying to get the number from them. And then it seemed like he was texting somebody different. And, he kept trying for 15 minutes, couldn't do it. Finally, he pulled out his wallet. He pulled $1,000 out, 10 $100 bills, and he handed them to me. And he said, "You stumped me. It's the first time anybody's ever stumped me." And he said, "Okay, I give. What goes up a mountain on four legs and it comes down on six?" And I pulled a $5 bill out of my pocket and handed it to him. And I said, "Hell if I know. Talk to you later. I'm going to sleep." And I finished my nap. That's my story for the day. Enjoy.